Good morning, dear shareholders. You are invited to attend this extraordinary general meeting of Linde Bangladesh Limited. Thank you for your participation. This being the appointed time and there being quorum, I'm calling this meeting to order. To begin with, I would like to request Hafiz Maulana Muhammad Ibrahim to recite from the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل وتدلوا بها إلى الحكام لتأكلوا فريقا من أموال الناس بالإثم وأنتم تعلمون তোমরা অন্যায়ভাবে একে অপরের সম্পদ ভোগ করো না এবং জনগণের সম্পদের কিছু অংশ জেনে শুনে পাপ পন্থায় আত্মসাৎ করার উদ্দেশ্যে শাসন কর্তৃপক্ষের হাতেও তুলে দিও না। আল কোরআন সূরা আল বাকারা আয়াত 188। ওমা আলাইনা ইল্লাল বালাগ। আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহ।
Thank you. I welcome you to this extraordinary general meeting of Linde Bangladesh Limited. This is being held virtually using a digital platform. The notice of this EGM and the agenda of approval of the scheme of arrangement for demerger has been sent to you electronically. Moreover, this notice of this meeting has also been published in the newspapers in time. I'm suggesting that the notice of the extraordinary general meeting and the agenda of approval of the scheme of arrangement for demerger, these can be considered as read. I see no objection. Now we'll go through the chairman's statement. I hope you have had the opportunity to read it. However, let me briefly mention a couple of points from the statement. Linde Bangladesh Limited, the transferor company, is engaged in the business of, amongst others, manufacturing, selling, and distribution of medical gas, oxygen, industrial and medical gases, and other byproducts. Linde Industries Private Limited, the resulting company, is also engaged in almost similar business as of the transferor company. The arrangement of demerger of the business of the companies is proposed in order to develop the potential for further growth and expansion of the market and to improve synergies, optimize resources, and increase fundraising capabilities. In this respect, a draft scheme of arrangement for demerger has been prepared, which had been approved by the Board of Directors in a meeting dated 12th March 2023. Following unanimous approval of the scheme by the directors of Linde Bangladesh Limited, called the company, an application under section 228 read with 229 of the Companies Act 1994 has been filed by the company, being company matter number 107 of 2023. After admission of the application by an order dated 16th March 23, passed by Honorable Mr. Justice Khazir Ahmed Chaudhary, the company was directed to publish notice of admission of the application in 2 national daily newspapers, and further directed the company to convene a meeting of its members for approval of the scheme of arrangement for demerger by the members of the company after publication of the notices of the meeting in the national daily newspapers. Accordingly, the company had caused publication of the notices of extraordinary general meeting in the Daily Pratham Alo and the Daily Star on 20th April 23, providing the date and venue of the meeting for the purpose of passing a resolution. In the meantime, the company kept the scheme of arrangement for demerger open at the registered office of the company at 285 Tejgaon Industrial Area, Dhaka, for inspection of the parties concerned. We have only one agenda item scheduled for today's meeting, which we will take up as follows. I will first ask the secretary to read the resolution. I will then allow questions, comments, and address those. I'll then invite the honorable shareholders to vote, And with that, we will put that resolution to vote. The notice of the extraordinary general meeting states that you may submit your comments 24 hours before the start of the meeting or during the meeting. The answers will be given in the meeting. Similarly, the notice also states that you may cast your vote agenda-wise before or during the meeting. The results of the vote will be announced in the meeting after the votes are counted. In the meantime, we are already received some votes and questions. Honorable shareholders, as per the Companies Act 1994, the agenda of the EGM are required to be approved by the show of hands or on a poll. Since we are conducting today's EGM virtually, it is not possible to approve the agenda by show of hands. Therefore, as per law, I, the chair of the meeting, have decided that the approval of the agenda of today's meeting will be by poll. With that, I move to agenda item number 1, which is being the only agenda item today. I request Mr. Secretary to read the resolution.
Thank you, sir. Resolved that draft scheme of arrangement for demerger of Linde Bangladesh Limited be and is hereby approved and subject to sanction of the scheme by the High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh and subject to approval of the scheme by the creditors of Linde Bangladesh Limited and creditors and shareholders of Linde Industries Private Limited in accordance with the provisions of Section 228 and 229 of the Companies Act 1994. Let demerge undertaking of Linde Bangladesh Limited be demerged and vested to Linde Industries Private Limited in terms of the scheme. Chairman, sir, please will give you the updates about the recent changes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The management, after due consideration, is proposing to adopt the following resolution. Resolved that the draft scheme of arrangement for demerger of Linde Bangladesh Limited, as amended by replacing the previous Schedule A with Schedule A list of license to be transferred to the resulting company, inclusion of Schedule B, list of trademarks to be transferred to the resulting company, and Schedule C, consolidated statement of financial position of the transferor company, and amending Clause 1C1, Clause 1C3, Clause 1C7, and Clause 9.1 to capture the above alteration in the scheme. And this be and is hereby approved and subject to sanction of the scheme by the High Court Division of the Supreme Court of Bangladesh and subject to approval of the scheme by the creditors of Linde Bangladesh Limited and creditors and shareholders of Linde Industries Private Limited in accordance with the provisions of Section 228 and 229 of the Companies Act 1994. Let the demerged undertaking of Linde Bangladesh Limited be demerged and vested to Linde Industries Private Limited in terms of the change. Now I will take your questions, if there are any. So I can see there is only one question so far, which is requesting the latest status regarding Tejgaon land sale. So I think this does not pertain to the agenda item today. However, we also have the AGM later today, and I will address this question during the AGM. I'm keeping a note of this. I'll address it. I don't see any other questions yet. Okay, if there are no more questions, then I will put this resolution to vote. Okay. I would now request the honorable shareholders that you can cast your vote on the agenda item number 1 by clicking the Vote Here tab that you will see on the voting portal. Please cast your votes within the next 1 minute. The voting window will be closed after this allotted time. Your time starts now. Honorable shareholders, we are now closing the voting function. I will now declare the voting result of agenda item number 1. Total votes cast in favor of the agenda is 91,31,114 votes, and total votes cast against is 0. Thus, the agenda item number 1 having 100% of the votes cast in favor. The final outcome will be declared after the scrutinizer's report. With that, dear shareholders, today's extraordinary general meeting is closed with approval of these agendas. I am announcing hereby the closure of this meeting. Thank you, dear shareholders, for your participation. Stay well, stay healthy, and take care of yourselves. Thank you.